Hey guys, it's Josiah here. Welcome to another episode of Josiah's Grape Reviews. I know I haven't done one in a few weeks, but I'm here to review both the Pocono races from Saturday and Sunday. So let's go ahead and get on with it, starting with Saturday's race. Yeah, it started off pretty well. Actually, forgot how it started off, but yeah, I know. I think I don't who won stage one. I think it was Kyle Larson. Probably, I think he won stage one. I forgot who won stage one. And then I didn't really watch much of stage two because then my area was under a tornado warning, so I couldn't watch most of stage two. I was able to flip to the channel and I saw right when Kurt Busch won stage two. That's his second stage win in a row because he won stage one at Nashville after Chase Elliott originally won stage one, but then got DNQ'd. Chase Elliott had issues early. He had to start toward the back because of his DNQ last week in Nashville. And then he got damaged right at the green flag from Ryan Preece, so yeah, that didn't help the handling of the 9 car, so yeah, he still rebounded and finished, I think, 12th, so good job for the 9 team. And then, yeah, things started picking up at stage 3. I know, what happened? I'm trying to remember what happened. I think, at stage 2, the things that I missed, I think Chastain spun, and then Alfredo and LaJoie wrecked, and then Newman wrecked. And I think there was one more incident that happened in stage 1, but I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember what it was. I can only remember. I remember Sunday's race, but I don't really remember much of Saturday's race. So yeah, I ended up watching stage 3. Pretty much it was the Kyle show. Basically, Kyle Busch had probably I think he had the best car, and then Larson was right behind him. Eventually, Larson got ahead. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember much of Saturday's race. And then I think a caution came out with like 15 to go, I think. Or no, 20-ish to go. I think it was debris or something that hit the track. So then there was a restart. And then I do remember the finish, though. I do remember the last restart and the finish. Alex Bowman was able to get ahead of Kyle Larson on the restart. Because he took 2 tires on pit road. Larson took 4, and it took maybe 10 laps for Larson to get ahead of Alex Bowman, but he did eventually pass him with about 4 to go. So that's what I was worried about, because I was worried we were going to see the same finish as we did in Kansas back in the fall, where Harvick just couldn't get around Logano, and Logano ended up winning, and Harvick was just right there and couldn't seal the deal. It's starting to rain where I'm at. Might be pouring. I think it's going to pour rain. So if you hear pouring rain, that's probably, yeah, just ignore that, or at least try to, at least. And then, so Larson was on his way to winning 4 straight races. He won the Coke 600, Coke 600, Sonoma, Nashville, and then he was about to win race 1 at Pocono. I say was, and I'm sure you all know the finish. He also won the All-Star race, but that's not a points-paying race, so, 3 points-paying races in a row. If he had claimed the 4th career win, he would have be joining an elite list of like Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson was the latest guy to win 4 races in a row back in 2007. So yeah, things were going well for Larson. Looked like he was going to seal the deal for 4 in a row, but then in legit the last turn, he blows a tire, goes into the wall, and Alex Bowman comes out and wins. 3rd win of the season for Alex Bowman. He's having a good day, or not a good day, a good season, a good year for the 48 team. I know Jared the Iceberg. He made a video about why this is Alex Bowman's breakout season. It actually is. It actually is his breakout season. 3 wins for Alex Bowman. He ties 3 wins with Martin Truex Jr. So good to know. But yeah, heartbreak for Larson. He still wheeled that I guess 3-wheeled car to 9th place. So even with issues, the 5 team is still up ahead. I know Kyle Busch got 2nd. I can't remember the best of the results. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Sunday race. Headlines before even the race even got started. Justin Haley was supposed to run the 77 car for Spire Motorsports in the Cup Series, the Sunday Cup Series race. But in the Xfinity Series, he had a big crash. As Sam Mayer from behind, he hit Justin Haley. He slammed to the wall, got up into Ryan Vargas, and then got hit again. So Haley was okay, but yeah, Justin Allgaier filled in for Justin Haley. Justin helping Justin. How about that? So, excuse me. This isn't Allgaier's first Cup Series race because he did run full time in the Cups. I think he ran full time in the Cup Series back in 2015. So he knows what he's done in the Cup Series, but he has. It's been a while since Justin's race in the Cup Series. So there's that. So yeah, the green flag dropped, and yeah, Chris Buescher was on pole because of the top 20 were inverted. So Chris Buescher and Michael McDowell were on the front row. So, front row. McDowell's on the front row. I just got that. Anyway, so yeah, Buescher was able to get out to the lead until about lap 3 or 4. Anthony Alfredo cut a tire and then got into the wall. And then that brought out the caution. So, yeah, Alfredo's not had a good rookie season. He's just not really doing well. Kind of like Jonathan Nemechek last year. Although Nemechek, like mid-season, was getting top 15s and top 10s and stuff. And then Alfredo's not even close to what Nemechek was doing. Nemechek started struggling, but Alfredo's just struggled this season. So it's kind of been frustrating for the 38 team. For Alfredo, I'm sure Fast Pasta's gonna get fast soon, hopefully. So then on the restart, Michael McDowell was actually able to get ahead of Chris Buescher, and he was actually able to lead some laps. McDowell, green flag laps for McDowell. I think he led about 7 laps, holding off Martin Truex Jr. Michael McDowell held off Martin Truex Jr. at Pocono for 7 laps. Very impressive with the 34 team, but Truex was able to get by and he pulled away. And then Truex won stage 1, and he finally led some laps for the first time in a while because ever since Truex won Darlington, he's just fallen off the radar. Like, he's been, like, below, like, the top 15 in, like, the last few races. But because of the inversion, he was able to win stage 1, and some guys actually pitted toward the end of stage 1, like the Hendrick guys. Chase Elliott was able to stay ahead of Martin Truex Jr. And William Byron looked like he was going to go lap. He was a lap down to Truex. And if he had stayed a lap down until the caution came up for the end of stage 1, that his strategy would have been out the window. But literally at the very last second, he was able to get around Truex and was able to get his lap back. And because of that, in stage 2, he's actually able to lead a bunch of laps in stage 2 and actually win stage 2 just because of that. Because of him, at the last second of stage 1, getting back his lap from Truex. Just like that. He was able to lead a lot of laps and win stage 2. So, good job for the 24 team. And then at stage 3, it pretty much became a fuel mileage race to the end. There was guys that Brad Keselowski stayed out for a long time till like 8 to go, and then he eventually pitted. So, it was all down to who had enough fuel. William Byron then assumed the lead. But Byron, we didn't know if Byron could make it. Other guys that were battling for the win, who also didn't have enough fuel. Hamlin, Kyle Busch, that is, Kurt Busch, and there was one other car. I think there was one other car in there. I think there was one other car. I thought there was one other car in there. I'm actually not sure. I thought there was one car. I might. Oh, Harvick. No, wait. Yeah, Did he fit? Who finished? Oh, no, never mind. So, yeah, I think that was those 4 guys battling. And then behind, Bubba Wallace was in the top 5. So, yeah, he was trying to make it to the end. Newman, Priest, those guys, they were trying to make it. The first guys behind the guys who were trying to make it, those guys who were definitely able to make it to the end on fuel, but just inside the top 10, Brad Keselowski and Kevin Harvick. Now, originally Harvick was leading the guys that could make it to the end, but then when Keselowski pitted, he had a great pit stop and was able to get ahead of the 4, so then he was leading the guys who definitely could make it to the end. So, yeah, and then with about 4 laps to go, Byron said that he had low fuel pressure, so yeah, he had to pit with about 2 laps to go, so that was it for Byron. So then the race came down to either Hamlin or Busch. Hamlin was leading, and then he ran out of fuel with coming to the white flag, so we had to pit. And then Kyle Busch then assumed the lead, and he was able to save just enough fuel. He ran out coming out of turn 3, but he was able to coast to the end. So Kyle Busch wins at Pocono for his 2nd race of the year. That's his 59th career win for Kyle Busch. So good job for Kyle. I mean, I don't like Kyle, but at least it was not Denny or whatever. Kyle Larson was able to finish 2nd. That's the guy who was also in that battle. Kyle Larson, he finished 2nd. So good job for the 5 team. So yeah, he finished 2nd. Keselowski got third, Harvick fourth, and Bubba Wallace got a 5th place finish. Finally, something good happened to the 2311 Racing. Their first top 10 and first top 5 as a team. Good job for Bubba. Before that, his best friend was 11th. He was one spot short of getting a top 10, but he finally got top 10 and a top 5. Good job. I know Brian Priest, he's not even on a full-time schedule. He came up with the top 10. He finished 8th, so good job for Priest and those guys. I think Logano also got a top 10. I think he was strong in the Pocono races. And then also, I want to talk about an incident that happened towards late in the race in stage 3. I think it was like either the last pit stop or one of the last ones. The leaders came in and pit, but then back on like 3rd or 4th, Chase Elliott at the last second turned, and then decided he would stay out at the last second. But the problem was, when he was doing that, he didn't maintain speed. So apparently Christopher Bell, who just stayed on and decided to stay out, he then assumed the lead because Elliott didn't maintain speed. I don't know, for you guys saying that Mickey Elliott, and yeah, that was not a Mickey Elliott situation. And then the green flag dropped and all heck broke loose. Started with basically the 42 Chastain. Chastain had problems at Sonoma where he just wrecked a bunch of guys and made people mad, and pretty much did the same thing in this race. He's an aggressive driver, and then he made contact with Christopher Bell when they tried to battle for like second, I think. Harvick made it 3 wide, he got to second. That's how Harvick got up there. And so the Chastain had to pit for tires, and then maybe not even a lap later, Chase Elliott was battling Christopher Bell, and then he got into Bell. Bell got into the wall. Elliott had to check up. Both Elliott and Bell had to pit for flat tires. Actually, Elliott had to pit for 2, so that put Elliott back. I think it was like 27th or something. Not good for the 9 team. Just proves the 9 team just hasn't been as good as his other teammates, because all his other teammates were up there. Well, I mean, granted, Chase Elliott was in the top 5 before the issue started to occur for the 9 team. So I will say that. See what happens when the 9 doesn't get, when NASCAR doesn't hand the 9 things. He has bad luck. When he does, he actually wins. So yeah, I don't know. Just about that. Anyway, yeah, I think that's basically it for this video. I can talk about the truck series. I watched all of it, but Nemechek won over his teammate Kyle Busch, who finished 2nd in his last truck race of the season. So you got that one. Austin Cindric ended up winning the Xfinity race, so there's that. So yeah, that's basically it for Josiah's Grape reviews. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next video I decide to post. Yeah, see you guys. Bye.